Alright guys, I've got another Japanese trainer here. Apparently that's all I'm running into now, which means my ranking has finally gotten to the point where I can find some decent battlers. So let's jump right into it. I'm going to start with Infernape, they're going to start with Swampert. Now that's a pretty bad matchup on my side, considering that Infernape is weak to pretty much anything Swampert throws at it, except for Avalanche and, what's that other attack it usually carries? Who cares? But anyway, they call it back, probably predicting Grass Knot, and they sent Latios in. So I went for the U-turn rather than going for the switch, and because they switched into Latios, that's going to be taking heavy damage from my U-turn. It does about 2/3 to the Latios, which was excellent, because that means I can pretty much take it out with whatever attack I use on any Pokemon. So I decided to go into Raikou. Now, Latios can outspeed pretty much every Pokemon I've got except for Infernape with a Choice Scarf. And I still took my chances with Raikou and went for the Shadow Ball. So I was predicting him to probably Draco Meteor or something like that. Raikou can't really survive a Draco Meteor, but whatever. I could just get Infernape back in there and U-turn again. But he calls his Latios back, he or she, whatever, and they send Swampert back out to take the Shadow Ball. Raikou goes for it, and it gets a crit, which does about, I'm going to call that 3/4 of damage. Or you could call it 4/5, it looks more like a 1/5. But it's got a 1/5 of life left. I'm going to hit it with one more Shadow Ball. Of course, I'm going to outspeed it, and that takes care of his Swampert. So Infernape no longer has too much of a threat to worry about on my opponent's team, which means it can get in safely on pretty much any Pokemon except for Latios, of course. I don't remember if Latios could learn any water-type attacks. Maybe Water Pulse, but I believe that's it. So they send Latios back out. At first I was thinking I should switch, but I thought forget about it. Let's see how well Raikou can take an attack from Latios. But I outspeed the Latios, so it must be a modest sweeper. I hit it with Shadow Ball, it's of course not going to survive that, and the Latios is gone. So he has one Pokemon left, which turns out to be a Zapdos. So I pretty much have this battle in the bag no matter what way we see it. So the Zapdos is sent out. I'm going to just continue to spam Shadow Ball with Raikou. I don't know how many times I went into Pokemon in this battle, but then decided to keep my Pokemon out. But Raikou attacks with Shadow Ball. That's going to do about 1/3 of damage, so it's going to be a 3-hit knockout. I get the special defense drop, but even with the special defense drop, it's going to still be able to survive one more. He goes for Hidden Power, which is most likely Ice, and it does nothing to Raikou, so now I'm guaranteed to win this battle, even if he gets a crit, because I can just send out something else to battle that Zapdos. I hit it with Shadow Ball again. It survives with about 2 points, I want to say. He Thunderbolts, and that does about another 1/4 of damage. Hidden Power Ice and Thunderbolt pretty much did the same amount, it looks like. So I'm going to hit it with one more Shadow Ball, and that's going to pretty much wrap up the game. So that's the battle, guys, and I will see you next time.
Yeah, sharp like an edge of a samurai sword, the meant to play, cut through flesh and bone. Though my mind's at peace, the word out